92Q, the best mix of R&B. It's the Kenny Smooth Morning Show. And on the line in the Zoom room right now, DJ Cassidy.
Yeah, Kenny, how are you?
Oh, man, we are doing fine, sir, man. Glad to have you on the show. And tell us a little bit, man. Some people know, and some people don't. Tell them a little bit about Pastor Mike, man.
So first of all, thank you for having me, Kenny. I love you. I love the show, and so excited to be here.
You listen to our show?
Yes.
Of course. Of course. How could I not? How could anyone not?
Okay, what you say?
So listen, a year ago, late April 2020, in the heat of the quarantine,
right,
I was FaceTiming with my friend and mentor, Verdine White of Earth, Wind & Fire.
Okay.
It was late at night. He was actually chilling on his couch in red silk pajamas, as you might expect from Mr.
Right.
White.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was FaceTiming with him, the classic Earth, Wind & Fire song, That's the Way of the World, came on my speakers by coincidence. And Verdine starts casually singing along. Hearts of fire, create love, desire. And I got a chill down my spine. And I said to myself, how fortunate am I that I have relationships with so many of my musical heroes? And how fortunate am I that I get to experience their music in this personal way? And right then and there, I said to myself, is there any way during this crazy time in the world that I could give people the feeling I have right now of connecting with their musical heroes on a personal level? And right then and there, a light bulb went off. I immediately thought of the phrase, pass the mic, and I immediately envisioned what it was to become, which was me sitting in my living room in front of the fireplace with the candles lit, with the lights down low, dropping iconic R&B and hip-hop records of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the turntables. But with every iconic record I dropped, I would bring on screen the legendary icon who sang that song to casually sing along to a verse and a chorus. And a year later, 5 episodes later, I have passed the mic to 153 legendary soul and hip-hop superstars, and I've celebrated 95 iconic records.
Who is your absolute favorite that you've done so far?
Don't put him on the spot.
Give me two. Give me two, so you can just kind of, I don't want to list. But.
First, just for those listening who haven't seen Pass the Mic, who love the backstory that I just explained, let me just real quick, if it's okay with you guys, just in 20 seconds, I'm just going to run down some names of people who have been on the show over the past year. Earth, Wind & Fire, Kool and the Gang, Shaka Khan, El DeBarge, TLC, SWV, En Vogue, Boyz II Men, all 6 members of New Edition, Teddy Riley, Keith Sweat, LL Cool J, Run DMC, Chuck D, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Genuine, Drew Hill, Cisco, Jermaine Dupri, The Brat, Missy Elliott, and so many more.
Can I have a request?
Yes.
Can you get Tank on there?
Oh, Lord.
No.
He said 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Genuine is the same. Tank is the same.
No.
Genuine.
All right.
Exactly. Well, so Genuine first came out in the 90s. Tank would be amazing. So Tank, if you're listening, I might be calling you very soon. So in answer to your question, look, I have many highlights throughout this process. One major highlight to me was having Run and DMC do Sucker MCs together. It is very rare they perform together.
Mm-hmm.
And when I called them to explain this crazy idea, they had both seen Volume 1 at that point. And so the sale didn't take long. And I was so honored that they had seen Volume 1 and that they were willing to do Sucker MCs in unison. And it's such an incredible moment because on Volume 2, I passed the mic to 37 of the most important hip-hop superstars of the golden era. I mean, literally, the show goes from Run to DMC to LL Cool J to Chuck D.
Wow.
To Dougie Fresh, to Rakim, so on and so on and so on. And it really tells a chronology from about 83 to 93. And LL Cool J, the night I premiered it, went on Instagram Live. This was back in August. And said this was one of the most important moments for the culture that he'd seen in over a decade. And I kid you not, I had tears in my eyes. These, are really my childhood heroes. And for him to say that really made me emotional. But I have stories like that for every artist and every song that has been a part of the show. It's been an incredible year, really.
Right. It really has been. And in spite of it being a pandemic, you found a way to take the lemon and turn them into lemonade, man. And so congratulations for you being able to artistically get that done. So the next thing for Pastor Mike, and that's what we want to talk about a little bit before we wrap up. What's the next thing for that?
So on Sunday, Mother's Day, at 9 p.m. on BET, I am premiering the 6th installment of Pass the Mic. It's DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic BET Mother's Day edition. Now, this show is special for several reasons. Now, don't get me wrong. They are all special. Here's why this show is special and unique. Number one, I normally celebrate a specific period of time. The hip-hop of the golden era, the soul music of the late 70s, the R&B of the mid-90s. In this episode, I'm not focused in on an era, but instead I'm focused in on an emotion, and that emotion is love.
Okay.
To celebrate mothers and women worldwide, I wanted to really hone in on what the day was about. And when I thought about it, to me, it was all about love. Mothers and women make the world go round. And when you think of mothers, you think of love. And I wanted to reach out to artists who exuded love. And I wanted to include songs that exude love. And so this show is special for that very reason. It's also special because this show is the first and only ballad-centric show. You really could call this show the Quiet Storm edition of Pass the Mic.
All right.
So this is the show you're going to want to light your candles. You're going to want to turn your lights down low. And you're going to want to put your music up loud. And whoever you're with, whether you're with your mother or your loved one, or whether you're just sitting in your living room by yourself with a glass of wine, this is that show you're going to be belting out loud every word to the greatest ballads and Quiet Storm records that have ever been recorded.
All right. This is going to be something. Sunday, BET.
Set your DVR. Mine's already set.
All right. Pastor Mike, number 6 is going down. It's going to be the Quiet Storm edition, so to speak. Get ready for it. And it's all about love this Sunday for Mother's Day.
It's going to become a series.
Exactly. And for those who want to catch up on the first 5, I encourage you to go to youtube.com/DJ Cassidy and catch up on the 153 legendary artists whom I've already passed the mic to. And if you enjoy those artists, if you love those artists, Kenny, you do not want to miss Pass the Mic BET Mother's Day edition, Sunday at 9 Eastern on BET.
We will be there with it, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss it this weekend. DJ Cassidy here in the Zoom room with us. We appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just keep doing
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Blessings.
Tank. Don't forget about Tank.
Don't forget about Tank.
Hey, I got to put my bed in.
Thank you, man. We really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, guys. It was my honor. I appreciate you all.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.